Hey, what's going on everyone? SnoopLoop7 here with another COD commentary and gameplay, and I do hope you enjoy the gameplay. But today I'm going to be talking about the TAC insert and its removal from Call of Duty, and counter to popular opinion, I'm going to go over how and why I think it needs to be brought back into the game. So TAC inserts were first put into Call of Duty in Modern Warfare 2 and stayed up through Black Ops 2. And Ghost was the first one not to have it in multiplayer, and then Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 followed suit and haven't had it either. Now, there's a couple pretty big reasons for its removal, and one of them is the community outrage about it in Black Ops 2, the last multiplayer to have it, and it was kind of combined with what was considered a sniper problem as well. And what would happen is you'd end up in these lobbies, and it was pretty frequent. You'd end up in these lobbies where half the players or a whole team of players were tack inserting snipers and quick scopers. And it was something that could be really annoying, and to a lot of people it really ruined their experience with the game because these sniper lobbies were frequent enough that you ran into them pretty often, and it was almost always the objective game modes too. So domination, kill confirmed, hardpoint, these were really where it was most prevalent because the snipers, they were trying to get as many kills as possible, trying to get as many feeds as they could, and these game modes kind of allowed that to happen. They wouldn't really have to play the objective, the way it was meant to be played, and the only reason that this sniping and quickscoping was viable is because of the tac insert. And if you weren't a really solid player and didn't have EMP grenades, these snipers sometimes, not always, but sometimes could be really good. And if you didn't know what you were doing, if you didn't know how to deal with it, they could kind of tear these lobbies apart and really make it not fun to play. And so, like I said, there's a lot of outrage with this, and it definitely contributed to it getting removed. Now, the other big factor, probably an even bigger factor, which is something that's been around as long as the tac insert has, is using it for boosting. So this is where two players are on opposite teams, but they may actually be in a party chat or working together, and both players will find a secluded part of the map where there's not much action, and one of them will place a tac insert and let the enemy player kill them, respawn right there again on the tac insert, place the tac insert down again, die again, and just repeat so that it gives one of the players as many kills and kill streaks as they really want. And it would also be used for things like completing challenges. Obviously, doing this would make it very easy, to get all your headshots that you need for camos and whatnot. And so it kind of lowered the value of completing challenges because you could just use someone on the enemy team with tac insert and work together with them and boost for whatever challenges you wanted to complete. So those are kind of the two major reasons it was removed, and they are valid reasons. I'm not going to argue that. But I don't think that the tac insert necessarily had to be removed because of them. And so here's kind of why I would like to see it return. First of all, I play solo the majority of the time. I almost always play solo. And the tac insert was something that would help me out a lot if I was going against a full party, or maybe it was a really close game and I didn't have very good players on my team. I needed to carry the team or something. The tac insert would kind of allow me to always have a strategic or strong position on the map and really be able to hold down certain parts of the map. In domination, it would help me really protect B flag if my other teammates weren't doing a good job at protecting it. The tac insert would help me to really protect it or cap it. And so as a solo player, it really made a difference in a lot of games. Now, as for implementing it in a way that would make it more difficult to be abused, which is really what the problem was, I think there's a couple things that could be done. The first is with the pick 10 system, or really it's going to depend on the type of pick system, the create a class system that's used. Obviously there's been like the pick 10, and then Ghost used a little bit differently. I think Advanced Warfare was a little bit different. So it's going to kind of depend on the class picking system that's used, but you could make the tac insert, not a very cost-effective item. So where normal grenades and tactical grenades are, only cost you 1 point in whatever system, you can maybe make the tac insert cost 2, or maybe you have to have a certain perk that is a high-cost perk that would allow you to then use another point to use the tac insert. So for example, in some games there's been perks where it gives you an extra lethal or an extra tactical grenade. So it could be added to that where the perk is, get an extra tactical grenade, or you're able to use the tac insert. And maybe that's not the best example, but just something along those lines. So it would kind of make it not cost effective, but it would still be something that might be useful for certain classes in certain situations in games. Obviously, that doesn't stop the problem of boosting, but there are a couple things that I think could be done to help curb that. And the first is, if it's possible to do, make it so that if you place the tac insert and die a certain number of times in a short time period, your tac insert will go on cooldown for, say, 2 minutes. So, for example, if you place the tac insert, die, place the tac insert, die, place the tac insert, die, 3 times within 30 seconds, your tac insert then goes on cooldown for 2 or 3 minutes, so that it would essentially stop boosting, because then once you kill the person, that next time in that time frame they won't be able to tac insert again, so they're going to respawn somewhere else. You'll have only gotten 2 or 3 kills in your little boosting session, if you will. And then obviously, while the tac insert is on cooldown from being used, they wouldn't be able to boost during that time either. And the thing is that would have to be done is to make sure it's not an amount that would happen during the regular course of action in a game. If you made it like 3 times in 1 minute, obviously that would be too easy. Everyone that used tac insert, or a lot of people that use tac insert, it would end up going on cooldown. So it would have to be in a short amount of time. But even then, it could just be considered one of the weaknesses of the tac insert. Obviously, it gives you a good strategic position, but it is called the tactical insertion. So if even in the regular course of action, if you're using it 3 times and dying 3 times within 30 seconds, well, maybe you don't deserve to be able to tac insert right away and should go on cooldown. So it'll kind of make people use it more tactically. It'll get rid of the boosting problem, but if you are using it properly, then it would still be advantageous to you. And then the second kind of thing that could be done, just again to help curb boosting, is if you are, let's say, caught on video boosting, there should be pretty harsh punishments for that. First offense, maybe completely reset the stats, and then after that, just go right to like a 3-month ban from Call of Duty. I mean, the life cycle is a year, so if you're going to get banned for 3 months, that's a quarter of the game's life cycle. So I think if there's harsh bans pretty early on for getting caught, like on video, I think that would help stop people, because it would probably be less likely that they're going to risk, not being able to play for 3 months or whatever, just to boost for some challenges. Now, finally, the last thing I want to talk about here is, even if you still completely disagree, even if you don't think tac insert should be in multiplayer, I would like, at the very least, I would like to be able to use tac inserts in custom games. That is like the most disappointing thing in these last couple Call of Duties, where I can't even use it in a custom game, because they have it programmed into the game, like in Ghosts and Advanced Warfare. I know you could use tac insert in the game mode Infected, so it was a part of the game. So I don't know why they didn't allow it to be used in custom games for if I want to play with my friends and just do some stupid stuff with the tac inserts, or if I'm testing something out, like if I'm testing out certain weapons, I have to like kill myself with a grenade and then run back to where I'm testing things at from a spawn somewhere else, instead of being able to tac insert right nearby. And it would just kind of speed up something like that for YouTubers, which probably, I don't know if most people care that much about, but it would be a nice little addition for custom games. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Would you like to see tac inserts return? Did you completely hate them so much you never want to see them again, even in custom games? Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear your opinion on it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.